The scream wasn't the worst part. The worst part was the absolute, crystalline silence that followed. It cracked through the serene atmosphere of Elite Motors, the premier luxury car showroom in Beverly Hills, like a gunshot, yet held the entire room instantly captive. "Get out of here right now. You're not welcome in this place. Security, throw her out." The voice, belonging to showroom manager Kevin Mitchell, was a guttural thunder, reverberating off the polished white marble floor. Kevin's face was beet red, the blue veins in his neck bulging, his tie practically trembling with the force of his rage. Golden morning light, which usually turned the Ferraris and Bentleys into gleaming gallery pieces, now spotlighted the victim of his wrath. A woman named Olivia Brooks. She stood perfectly still at the center of the showroom, an island of calm in a sea of luxury. She wore a faded gray tee, worn jeans, and scuffed sneakers, a deliberate, stark contrast to the six-figure machines surrounding her. Customers froze mid-sip of espresso. Sales staff stood slack-jawed, all eyes fixed on Olivia, braced for the expected outburst of indignation. But Olivia didn't raise her voice. She didn't panic. Her composure, as cold as the marble beneath her feet, only seemed to enrage Kevin further. He stomped closer, his sneer aimed at her face. "You have no right to touch these vehicles. I don't know how you got past the front desk, but get her out of here." Olivia's gaze remained locked on him, an intensity there that had nothing to do with wealth and everything to do with authority. Softly, but with a precision that cut through Kevin's rage, she responded, "You have no idea what you've just done." 7 words. They hung in the air like a death knell. Her restrained fury was more terrifying than any scream. A line had been crossed, and everyone in the room instinctively knew it. Kevin, thrown off balance for a flicker of a second, regained his bluster, and gestured sharply to the guard, now rushing toward them. "Take her out, now, and don't let her bother my clients." The guard, a large man with an impassive face, grabbed Olivia's arm roughly. "I'll walk out on my own," Olivia said, her tone icy, her power returning with the sudden move. She yanked her arm free with a surprising, decisive strength. The showroom fell into an oppressive silence as she strode toward the exit. She reached the glass door, paused, and looked back at Kevin. For the first time, she offered a small, chilling smile, not of warmth, but of warning. It was a promise that consequences were coming, and coming fast. She pushed the door open and vanished, leaving behind a showroom enveloped in a thick, uneasy quiet. Kevin folded his arms, trying to mask the tremor running through his hand beneath his expensive suit. Staff and stunned customers exchanged uneasy glances. One thing was certain: the woman they had just ejected was anything but ordinary. "Sorry for the interruption, folks. Please," Kevin stammered, forcing a shaky grin that failed to reach his suddenly anxious eyes. He had no idea the storm he had just unleashed on his Saturday morning.